Welcome along to One Way Football. Our special guest today is a Leeds supporter. Is a long life Leeds supporter for the whole of his life. Yeah, well, for the last 5 years.
Not yet.
I'm joined here today with Colin. How are you, mate? You okay?
I'm good, mate. I'm good, thank you.
All right, Colin. Yeah, good, mate. Good. I thought I'd get you on the channel because obviously I want to talk about Leeds anyway, but also tomorrow is a big game for you because you face the mighty Arsenal. Oh, you've gone off there a minute. 1 minute.
Secure connection.
Oh, there we are.
Yep.
Are you on? Yeah.
Yeah,
perfect,
we're back.
Perfect.
We're back.
So, like, looking at Leeds, right? Yeah, you're now, I think, are you 16th now?
17th, 16th now, yeah.
16th, yeah.
16th.
I mean, now when the first season in the Premier League, when you came back, I spoke to a couple of Leeds supporters and they said we'd be happy if we finished in mid-table. I think that's for them. It was an achievement in itself, anyway. And it always is hard when you first come into the Premier League, back into it.
I think we overfinished ourselves, if you get what I mean. I think coming ninth is not what we should have done in the first season. So we sort of surprised a lot of people, surprised me, surprised everybody else. And I think we surprised a lot of big clubs, not just the small clubs. We surprised a lot of big clubs.
Yeah.
With the bielsa ball.
Yeah.
But
do you think his time's up, though? Do you think his time's up?
No, I don't. No. He won't walk. And possibly end of the season, I believe he may call it a day. I don't think he's failed. I mean, you know, people are saying it's time for him to go. He's not good enough. He's wrong. He won't change his tactics. He's stuck in his ways.
Yeah.
He plays football the way it's supposed to be played. He plays it. No diving, no cheating. I mean, the game against Villa a couple of seasons ago, we got a goal when one of their players went down. He give the goal back.
Yeah.
He let them score. That's the kind of football he believes in. I don't think he'll walk. I'm not saying he won't be pushed this season, but I don't think he'll walk.
Who would you get, though? Like, because he is the style of football that he plays is such an attacking force football. Do you know what I mean? It's on the front foot. Do you know what I mean? They never stop. If you get what I mean. No.
And
they've had a couple of shaky games, to be fair, but you've had a lot of injuries at the same time.
Yeah, 2 more today as well.
It's
with 2 more. Aylin's gone down today, and I think Cresswell's gone down as well. So we've now 2 more to contend with.
So they really need to they need to dig deep, really, in the January transfer.
Yeah, well, it's something he doesn't like doing, but I think it's going to be called above him. I think they're going to have to.
How long do you keep pushing it off for until you do need it? Arsenal have done it in the past. Do you know what I mean? Like, we they say we create players, we don't buy them. But at the same time, that's all fine and dandy until them players aren't playing to their quality. The team that is around them, do you know what I mean? You could have some of the best players in the world and throw a load of kids in there, but it doesn't matter. You need to have the backbone in that team.
He's stuck in his ways. I believe, personally, from watching him over the past 3 seasons, he's too loyal to certain players.
Yeah.
When they're good, they're good. When they're not so good, he sticks with them.
Yeah.
He doesn't change quick enough for me. Changing after 75, 80 minutes. And not a lot of managers do that. Not a lot of coaches do that.
No.
Klopp changes no later than 70 minutes. And I think Leeds have got to, Bielsa, he's got to change his ways to match the Premier League. The football in the Championship blew everybody away. But I don't think his style is made for the Premier League.
Do you think maybe he should start learning a bit of English by now, though? Like, you know, like
James, he can speak English as good as you and me. He can. He chooses not to. It's a sneaky way of avoiding dodgy questions.
Yeah, I suppose it is, to be fair, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. He corrects his translators. In fact, after the City game, the reporter asked his translator a question. He answered it, and Bielsa corrected the translator because he misheard the question.
Sneaky.
If you can't speak English, how can you do that?
Exactly. So let's look at your form anyway. So you've had 3 wins, 7 draws, and 7 losses. And I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I mean, you tell me what needs to change in that team then. Like, obviously, you need new players as well, like we just said. But
yeah, definitely needs new players. We desperately need midfield. We need midfield backup.
Yeah,
without a doubt.
That's the source of your whole team, though, isn't it? Your midfield
can't rely on Phillips. Forshaw's come in. He's been immense. He's been out 3 years, and he's come in. He's been immense, but you need backup on that, and we just don't. We don't have it. We haven't got. It's proven every time Phillips doesn't play, Leeds don't win.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair though, on that City game, I said fair play to your fans. Do you know what I mean? They just sing non-stop. 7-0 down. I mean, after 5, you've only got to laugh at it anyway. I mean, I remember when
what else can you do?
Our third game in, and we played City, and you know, I think when they scored the 4th goal, Arsenal fans cheered as well. It's just
I remember that game
because you give up, didn't you? You just go, we're gonna have to cheer for something.
They never give in. At City, they were singing, "Is this a library?" City, the 5-0 up, and there's no passion. You know, most of them fans would have been at City when City were terrible.
That's what they were chanting, weren't they? Because they were going, "You'll always be shit. You'll always be shit. Leeds United, you'll always shit." And then the Leeds fans are singing back to him, "Where were you when you were shit? Where were you?"
But it's right. It's right. You know, we say at Leeds, win, lose or draw.
Yeah,
we'll still be there. And a lot of fans calling for his head. If they think 7-0 in the Premier League away at one of the best sides in the world is bad, they should have been 10 years ago 5-0 down at home to Blackpool on a wet and windy November evening in the Championship.
Yeah.
That's when times are bad.
Yeah.
I mean, we don't want hammering every week. Definitely not.
Yeah.
Everybody said we're too good to go down. I don't believe that, because nobody's too good to go down. No
one's too good. I mean, it was looking very doubtful for Arsenal in the first 3 games. We lost all 3 of them games. I was like, oh, here we go. We are going to be like below bottom, because the team that we had was just awful. It was just shocking. We'd gone out, we bought people that weren't worth their money. We all laughed at it when we bought Ben White for 50 million. How did he get a fucking price tag like that on himself?
Well, it was nothing till he came to Leeds. Bielsa made him into the player that he was. He scored in our last game of the Championship season when we won the league.
Yeah.
And it was a volley from outside the box. And he looked more shocked
that he scored
than the fans. And I think that put 20 million on his price.
Yeah.
But he's a good player.
Yeah, he is a good player.
He's not just.
He's a stand-up player. Do you know what I mean?
He's good in midfield. He played alongside Phillips a few times.
Yeah, let's look at your next couple of games actually coming up, because someone actually did put on. So you've had the beginning of the storm.
We didn't expect anything in December.
So
deep down, the guys on the forums were saying how many points. I picked Arsenal out as a win.
Yeah,
and
you did. To be fair, when we played West Ham, I thought we were going to lose that. I was like, oh, here we go. West Ham are going to walk all over us. We're going to get thrashing off of them. But they just didn't turn up. They did not turn up. Even Declan Rice turned around and said, I was shocked at my teammates. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah.
They just didn't show up. And they've been such a good team this season.
Surprising how good they are.
Yeah, yeah.
We've missed out on some good. We've missed out on some good business. They went for Conor Gallagher.
Yeah.
They should have pushed that little bit harder for him. Pereira at West Brom. They've missed out on players here that Bielsa could have turned into world beaters.
Yeah.
If not good enough to keep us higher than where we are.
Yeah.
But you can't go through December like we're gonna do, because at the moment we're gonna struggle to get a point, never mind 3.
I mean, but look at it. It's just the fixtures you've been thrown that they've thrown at you through December time. Chelsea, Man City, Arsenal, Liverpool, Aston Villa, that's going to be a tough one now. Stevie G's there, you know. Stevie
well,
G's
everybody's. It's not getting easier. Villa, no walkover.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah,
definitely not.
And now Steven Gerrard's there. I mean, I think you're at home. You're at home to us, which will always give you the upper hand anyway, because your fans are just immense. And they're your 12th man, aren't they? Yeah. And then you're away to Liverpool, which is a tricky one. Yeah. Because I don't know. I've never been to Anfield, but I hear that it's just a singing bit at first, and then after it just silence.
Yeah. Yeah. The beginning's good. I've been Anfield a few times.
Yeah.
The beginning's noisy. The Never Walk Alone's noisy.
Yeah.
But then
it's just
they just drop off and watch the game.
Yeah.
They're passionate. They want to watch football.
Yeah.
And Leeds just they sing with.
It doesn't matter, does it?
Matter. We used to getting beat, so it's.
Listen, I'm gonna say if like tomorrow's game, I would probably go for a draw with that game.
Are you honestly your opinion? You're going for a draw?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm gonna go for a Leeds 2-1.
2-1, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, this is why I'm a bit skeptical, because obviously you had a massive thrashing at midweek, and I think that you are going to come out hard after that game.
I mean, you'd rather players on the back of the disappointment at Chelsea than on the back of a hammering.
Yeah.
At Manchester City.
What happened with that game in Chelsea, by the way? It all kicked off at the end, didn't it?
Yeah, that's the same guy went down for the penalty.
Yeah.
I mean, to be honest, I think 2 out of the 3 penalties were dodgy.
Yeah.
And Click should never have made that tackle. Should never have made it. I'm not slating him because he's been immense for us the past 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But he should never have made that. He didn't have to make that tackle. He didn't have to. The guy was back to goal, a minute to go.
Wasn't it Rodiger or something, whatever his name is, on that left?
Yes, he's the centre half, isn't he?
Yeah.
He said something. He was smiling on the floor, and then he said something. Right. And then obviously the playing keep ball in the corner.
Yeah.
Who knows what he's saying? But
all handbags anyway, innit?
Meslier ran from his goal area straight down and waded in, and something's been said for the keeper to come that far.
But like I say, I'm gonna go with draw for that game. I think you are gonna come out with some positive football. I do think you're gonna come on the front foot. Yeah.
A lot of people are expecting an hammering or a sneaky win. I'm not going to go for an hammering. We know Arsenal. You knocked us out of the cup.
Yeah.
We know Arsenal, so I'm gonna say 2-1.
Then your next game, you're away obviously to Liverpool.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that game probably means more than what the Arsenal game does anyway. Even though you would like to get the 3 points at Arsenal, but I think beating Liverpool would be up there with one of the better achievements.
Did you watch them last night against Newcastle?
Yeah, so they got Newcastle got an earlier goal, didn't they? But then they ended up winning like 3-1, didn't they?
Shelby scored, didn't he?
Yeah.
They looked as if they thought they were going to win, and they thought they were going to win easy. And I think they underestimated. Newcastle are like Leeds; they're fighting.
Yeah.
Plus, they've got a lot to prove. They're not just playing for position; they're playing for their futures. Because it's obvious what's coming in January.
Oh, of course, yeah, 100%. But I mean, that just all goes to show, though, that if they go that, like they're stuck in that relegation, right, and they're not getting out of it. who's going to technically want to come to Newcastle? I know everyone says, "Oh, money," but
yeah,
I mean, you're not going to get big stars go. Oh, I know it's money, but why am I going to go to Newcastle on the coldest
yeah,
weather ever? And do you know what I mean? And for no for it to go down, it's your
yeah.
career kind of over unless you really fight to come back up. But a lot of players these days that are on these big money. I mean, Aubameyang's one of them now. Ever since he
What
signed
is
that
wrong with
contract.
him? He's training alone today. What's wrong with him?
I don't know. I've not heard any news about it today.
Just come up on Sky News.
Yeah. Well, there's loads of stuff happening with Aubameyang at the moment. It's like he's been stripped of the captaincy. He's not the captain anymore. He hasn't been playing lately. I think he's on his way out, to be fair.
Really?
I know Barcelona are interested. And I said, oh, imagine if he could go to Barcelona, we've done like a swap deal for Coutinho, but they'd probably want a cash injection as well. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know Barcelona, they need a striker anyway, kind of, because they've been rubbish. But I just think he's come to the end of it, really. Arsenal, he's been quite poor this season, to be fair.
Right.
Considering when he first came to Arsenal, he was getting golden boots and stuff. He was sharing them with Mohamed Salah and Sane. Do you know what I mean? And it's now you look at it and it's just like, what has he actually done now for Arsenal apart from signed a new contract and earned more money? Bought himself a new shiny Lamborghini.
but he's obviously not happy.
No, he's not happy. And the thing is as well, there's fans aren't happy with him, and neither's the board. So I think the best thing is we just part ways in a good way, rather than waiting for it to get messy. We did that. We've done that before with Ozil. Do you remember when Ozil was just sat on the bench?
Yeah, I do. Yeah,
all the time. He never got a chance to play.
Sort of froze him out, didn't they? A bit like the Pogba's been tracked at Manchester United.
Because I know through the pandemic they were saying, that it's because they wanted everyone's wages to drop and that because they weren't making any money and that. But I'm not being funny, but the amount of money that Ozil used to spend on charity and stuff like that, he'd spent a lot on charity. All right, he didn't have to signify himself where it would go or what he'd do with it, but why should anyone have to drop their wages anyway? Shouldn't the board do something about it? Or
exactly, yeah.
It's like in any work establishment. It's not your fault there's a pandemic on.
Yeah, agree, 100%.
Yeah,
100%.
So after the Liverpool game, and like you said, I think that'd be amazing if you can nick a win there.
No,
but he's
no, it's not.
That's being too spectacle. Yeah,
I'd love to wear my heart on my sleeve, and it's not happening there.
No,
it's not happening. You're not going to Liverpool and getting anything.
And then then you've got Aston Villa. You got Villa, Burnley, and then West Ham again. So it kind of goes. It's
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
There's no easy games in the Premier League. They're saying December's hard.
Yeah, the thing is as well, is I was watching after the game, the pundits and that, and they were saying the league now is completely different. It's completely thrown off. And I think with all these games getting postponed as well, it's very hard to tell what's going to happen.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
I said, because they're saying, if people can come into the stadium, if you're triple jabbed and all this shit and you have your passport that you say you jabbed, but there's people out there that aren't getting jabbed, that don't want to get the jab, so I think in my eyes, I think they'd just probably for the end of the season, maybe go behind closed doors and do it again like that.
I think it's going to end up like that.
Yeah.
By the end of January, I think it's going to be like that.
Yeah. If they want to complete the season, because they can't do it, they can't just stop the season and restart it again, because obviously you've got the World Cup, which is going to be held in November, isn't it?
That's right. Yeah.
So do you remember last
season? 3 weeks as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mental. It's crazy, isn't it?
It's going to be crazy. Crazy.
And it's going to be obviously a weird time in it, because they're doing it. They're doing it in is it Kuwait or something like that? Or
yeah, that's going to be like 4 a.m, midnight and 4 a.m.
Jesus Christ,
that's mental. It's crazy. Back to tomorrow. Leeds. We've got a striking problem. He's got to bite the bullet and put Gelhardt on tomorrow from the start. When he came on, he looked fresh at Manchester City. Hard to come on at 6-0 down and make an impact.
Yeah,
but he had a few runs.
Yeah.
Roberts has had fun. I like Tyler Roberts, but he's had enough chances. He's not produced.
Yeah.
Is Bielsa gonna say, "Yeah, I agree," or is he gonna do what he usually does and stick?
Is Bamford? Is he injured or is he playing?
He's injured. Bamford came back from injury, scored the.
I remember. Yeah, I
scored
remember.
the equaliser.
Yeah,
and then done his knee celebrating. So the reckoning.
Couldn't make it up, could you?
No, you couldn't make it up. You couldn't. I'm surprised more players don't do that. To be fair, because a lot sliding.
But the thing is, though, everyone was desperate to see Bamford back in the team.
He's a focal point.
Yeah,
he's a man. He's a hold-up man.
Because a lot of people are saying as well that Bamford should have been playing more in the England squad, and I think he's a great player as well. But then and then another set of fans from Leeds are saying, "Nah, keep him away from England." Because if he does get injured like for a long time, that's us done as well. Yeah, you've lost him. Yeah.
Well, if you were England manager, would you play him instead of Harry Kane?
Yes, I would.
You would.
Yeah,
you would.
Yeah.
That's not just a Tottenham thing.
See now, Harry Kane. No, I like Harry Kane, but the simple fact is that he's had his time. I think he needs to move on.
Can I just pause one moment, James?
Yeah, so I would choose Bamford over Kane now because I think Kane's had his time. He wants to move on. He's not gonna. I don't personally think he's gonna win anything at Tottenham.
No, he's not. He's not.
But I think Bamford's got that passion and drive to be number one goal scorer for England.
Really?
I think he's a good talent. I do think he is.
I don't think England play the kind of football that Bielsa entrusts in Bamford.
Yeah.
England don't play up to Bamford. You got Rafinha and Harrison making runs either side.
But I'm a bit skeptical as well with Gareth Southgate. I know he got us to the final, but I still think he's got a lot of problems he needs to solve out himself. If you get what I mean. I don't know if he's still the right manager for England. If we won the Euros, then but there's still the missing links in the whole manager and the team and stuff. I don't know what it is, but I don't know.
So you're a Bamford for England fan?
Yeah, right. I would like to see it. And that's not me just being biased towards Tottenham, because we have seen Harry Kane in the team for a long while.
Yeah,
I know
he seems to play when he wants to play.
Yes.
When he doesn't want to play, he won't play.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Let's be fair. Your likes of Greaves and Charlton didn't play the teams that Kane scored against.
No, exactly.
And I dare say Rooney as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
But,
just a quick one before we wrap this up. If Bielsa was to go, who would be your ideal manager to come in for Leeds?
I believe they've got to look abroad. They've got to look in Europe for a manager. I don't think the fans would take anybody English or the tried managers, i.e. Allardyce, Stevie Bruce. I don't think they'd accept them. It's getting back to when Reevy had Leeds. Brian Clough came into Leeds after Reevy, and if they'd have let him do what he wanted to do, Leeds would have been immense for the next 10 years. But he was ushered out because he didn't fit the bill. And I believe that had happened with Bielsa's replacement.
Yeah.
Who could you put in? I mean, some of the best young managers about now. I mean, one's just gone to Newcastle. Eddie Howe's supposed to be the one that everybody wants. He did miracles with Bournemouth.
Joe, what? Nuno's available.
Yeah. Looking at him at Spurs, I think he had a bit of luck at Wolves. and everything just seemed to click.
Yeah.
To be honest, a couple of lads today have been mentioning Nuno to us.
Yeah.
Would you have him? I mean, Leeds have got something in place. Victor Orta's too clever not to have a replacement.
Yeah,
They're not panicking. Nobody's panicking.
All about if you go down.
I don't think they're panicking.
No.
He's looking at selling to 49 as his next 18 months, 2 years.
Yeah.
Are they going to want to buy a championship team?
Yeah.
Are we going to have to go through that season again? They're getting promoted during a pandemic.
Yeah.
It's horrendous. You know,
well, I don't know.
Stantes would he fancy coming and doing another Wolves, only to get to where he is in Premier League, and then he had a good first season with Wolves, didn't he? And then
I think it was a bit harsh what Wolves did to him, to be fair, because he wasn't doing that bad. It wasn't like, it wasn't in dire times. Do you know what I mean for him?
No. I mean, we need somebody to do what's happened at Leicester. Somebody to come in and move us up a level.
Yeah.
I don't, as much as I love Bielsa, I don't think he's that guy.
No.
I really don't think he's that guy. I think he won't change his tactics.
No.
His best form of defence is attack.
Yeah.
It's all right getting beat 6-2 and 5-2 and 7-0 every week in the Premier League, but you got to win your own games. You've got to get a bit of momentum.
Yeah.
It's okay to do that kind of football when you're safe. We're far from safe at the moment.
Yeah, exactly.
Although tomorrow's going to be a lot easy with the 3 points we're going to get.
Well, mate, we're going to leave it on that. Okay, I'm letting you jinx yourself.
So you're going for a draw. Is it a scoring draw or a ball draw?
I'll probably about 1-1.
I thought you were going to come on tonight and say 1-0.
No.
Back to the 80s, 90s. But
listen, look, most of the time that I've predicted against Arsenal or called out a draw, we've won. So I'm just going to keep doing that from now on.
Right, hey, mate, that's a hell of a tactic. I'm going to go 2-1 Leeds.
2-1 Leeds.
I'm going to go Rafinha and Geldart to score.
All right, okay then.
And you're going to have a penalty, whether you scored it or not. I don't know.
Well, we're rubbish at penalties. We're rubbish
crystal
at penalties.
Ball.
Anyway, mate, thanks for coming on the show.
No problem.
Don't forget to like and subscribe out there if you're new to the channel. Smash a like on this video and we shall see you very soon. And if you like the content, don't forget to share it on. Cheers, mate. Thank you very much. Have a good one tomorrow, mate.
You too, pal.
Take care.
Cheers.
One Way Football.